Hi, this is Jessica Fung at Project Blue, sharing another short video for our clients and partners with insights from our consulting work. So, one of the most common themes we are discussing with our clients and seeing in our consulting work is around bringing new or expanded critical mineral supply to the market, especially projects that could or would feed into more diversified supply chains. This used to be called onshoring or reshoring or friendshoring. Um, Seems like these terms have sort of gone away given the volatility in geopolitical partnerships. But anyway, a typical engagement for us involves answering some pretty fundamental questions. First, if our client were to build or expand their production capacity, is there sufficient demand, broadly speaking? In other words, can they place these incremental units into the market without prices collapsing? And if so, which customer segments or regions should they target? It's always an interesting exercise because no two projects or markets are the same. And often our clients come to us with their existing views. And our role is really to test those views. The outcome could be that we agree with them, or we agree with them, but with exceptions or additions. Or sometimes we've identified areas that they had not thought about at all. So, a couple of examples. There is a critical mineral product that ships in bulk. And so, logistics are an important driver for competitiveness. We analyze current projects, capacity, and growth plans. We analyze trade flows to see whether displacement of imports would be possible. And on the project plan, we raise questions around port and storage capabilities because, in our experience, sometimes for markets where logistics are really, really important, this can be overlooked or underemphasized because the focus has been so much on the mine plan. Another critical mineral project had a flow sheet that could theoretically produce a number of niche products. And so the question was, which ones should they produce and in what volumes? And as part of our ongoing research of this market at Project Blue, we already had a view on the regional supply chains and demand. But we had to dig a bit deeper into the nuances of some specialized markets. So we analyze the demand growth for a variety of end use industries because this is typically what defines what product is needed. And again, we analyze trade flows to understand the potential for displacement. And we also did some cost curve analysis, not only to benchmark the project against global peers, but also to understand the integration level of other assets on the curve, because this is really important when you're assessing the price sensitivity of other producers. Um, Finally, among many of these engagements, we also review marketing strategy. So just something I wanted to bring up because increasingly to finance these critical material projects, it's no longer good enough to just say, my product is going into energy transition, or my product is critical to the fourth industrial revolution, or artificial intelligence, or data centers, or whatever the trending industry might be. Stakeholders now really want a concrete answer to how are you going to make sure your product will be sold into those supply chains. So we help our clients by talking about things like should the distribution be done in-house or by third parties? And if you have offers for offtake, what do the agreements look like? What are the terms? Are they considered normal for a specific market? For different offtake structures, what risk does it mitigate? But then what risk still remains? So these have been some really interesting projects for us. We continue to work on a number of projects like this year already. Thank you for listening, and any questions, please reach out.